toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Caught in the backfield, it's Webster. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
You cannot say enough about this quarterback's toughness on that one. Staring downfield, knowing he's going to get absolutely blasted by the defender, and still somehow able to deliver an accurate throw way down the field. It just does not get any better than that from the quarterback position.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Auburn's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success. But play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Auburn lines up quickly. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Working that right side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window.
Brings into the open. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Grabbed behind the line. It's Kane. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. They've been able to control the ball. This is the 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Back to pass, it's Simmons. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incomplete.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Florida State. Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The screen, and watch out. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They'll start this drive from the 42. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Pressure coming. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hawkins. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted deep in his own end. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Gives it on the option. Runs through the tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw on 3rd and long. He'll pull it down. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Just along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Might be changing the route. To the air. It's Simmons. Flushed out of the pocket. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks one deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Auburn lines up quickly.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. But he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To the air, it's Simmons. Finds his tight end. Plows through the defense. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give to Davis. He's loose at the 15. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
What a big play, backed up in their own end. And a big thing here is you're just trying to give yourself some space to work. And what a job up front of creating some big lanes and gaps for the ball carrier to get a huge chunk of yards.
There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Finds his man in the middle. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Offense changing the play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Webster. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hawkins. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Absolute shank. Missed it. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Noles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think, again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Fires to the right. He's got it. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding that.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Simmons. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So here comes the Auburn offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Rides to back and leaves it. Turning it on. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Auburn to the line in a hurry.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Ball down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's fun. guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They're going to ride this running back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Simmons. A strike downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play at the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here at back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
The official says no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He tries to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Kane. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Auburn lines up quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down,
breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Tigers have this offense rolling.
And you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Trying to punch it in. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Touchdown, Tiger! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it, he can do the rest, takes it to the house for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal, dude. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw at Simmons. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Hawkins. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big time break for the offense.
On 4th down, going to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. To go for it does not pan out. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Henderson. Fights off the defender. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. On the option. He'll pitch it. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. On the option. He's stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Right back to him on the ground. Picks up the first down. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Seminoles. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll start this drive going to the air. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He steps out of bounds, stops the clock after a short pickup of 7, and it's getting dire in terms of the clock. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davidson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. So now it's 2nd and long.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Davidson. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
No gain on the play.
And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Offense facing 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to adjust the pattern. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. you're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.